Right now, we are talking to the man, Terry Fator, like the ventriloquist these days. Terry, how's it going, man?
It is just going fantastic. I'll tell you what, I'm having the time of my life playing Las Vegas and just being here and able to have a job.
Yeah, I think being there, having a job, all that's probably nice, but I have a feeling the $100 million doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I can imagine that. How cool is that to get to go from, what were you doing before America's Got Talent? I mean, obviously you'd been doing this. This wasn't something you just learned how to do, but what kind of shows were you playing before America's Got Talent?
Yeah, I was performing at schools and fairs and other types of things, venues like that. Just very small and not high profile type things. I would play county fairs and state fairs and elementary schools and things like that. And so, but then I heard about America's Got Talent, went and auditioned just like everybody else, and even though they're not having auditions in Montana, they're encouraging folks to send in a video, and if they like your video, they'll actually fly you into an audition. So,
very cool.
Start working on those videos.
That's awesome. I mean, what a cool story. I mean, some of these shows, they end and it's kind of like, whatever, like, that guy wasn't that good. He's not going to do anything that great, but you are like the epitome of what these shows are all about. Going from like doing something you love, but just kind of plugging along with it, to getting to do something you love on like such a huge scale, like dream come true just because of some TV show.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's kind of weird to be the person that people talk about when they say, I hear a lot when I'm reading articles or seeing things about America's Got Talent. They'll say, well, we're trying to find the next Terry Fator. It's weird to have my name in there, but they really are trying to find the next Terry Fator, and I'm now the headliner at the Mirage Casino in Las Vegas. I've got a DVD that's available. Folks in Billings can just go right out to their local stores, Best Buy, Walmart, and pick it up, or you can order it on Amazon.com. It's nationwide. I've had a special on CMT that has aired many times and has just been one of their top-rated shows.
Wow!
And it all started from America's Got Talent.
That's so awesome. I was talking to I've talked to people, about having you on the show. I'm like, hey, Terry Fator, I'm gonna have him on the show tomorrow. And a lot of people they say, what is a ventriloquist going to do on the radio? And I thought about how funny that was, too. It kind of like a lot of people, straight comedians and stuff can get on the air and just crack some of their jokes and use some of their material. It's kind of hard for a ventriloquist because your whole gimmick is, pretty useless. So you just have to be a fun dude.
Because you think about most radio shows, especially morning radio shows, people, they do a lot of voices and characters. They'll have like one other person that does 5 different voices. That's really all they're doing is ventriloquism. They're just moving their lips.
Yeah,
so,
they're just lazy.
I could get up here and I could be like, I've got my friend Walter T. Airedale. No, this is one of the characters in my show. How you doing, Walter? Oh, I'm doing okay. Nice talking to you. I'm glad to be here. And all. It's just like having different radio character voices. So it really actually does lend itself quite well to radio.
That's good. That's good to know. I figured I was just going to talk to you. I'm like, he's got to be a cool guy. I mean, you can't get that far doing such fun stuff without being cool. But I guess I've run into a few who weren't so cool, so I guess I've proved myself wrong on that one.
Well, that's the thing though, is when you're in your 40s before everything hits it big, you get a chance to really kind of get grounded with life and with you get grounded with in what is important in life. At least I did, and so all of the success is fantastic and wonderful. And I think the thing I love the most about it is how it's affecting my family. I think if you're to a point in your life where your family is most important and your close friends are most important, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, that's got to be a good position to be in. I'm going through just lists of cool stuff about you. I mean, Simon Cowell, one of the harshest critics obviously around, says you are, quote, one of the best entertainers in the world. I mean, it's got to be nice to go from just doing something fun, that you enjoy, to being considered not just one of the best ventriloquists or comedians or impressionists, but just being a great, amazing entertainer. How'd you develop that? That whole act? I mean, how obviously, comedy's been around forever and impressions have been around, the ventriloquism has been around, but how'd you decide to kind of combine them and put them together and do the singing and all that in one act?
Well, the story even gets better because growing up, my parents owned a janitorial business, so we were janitors. And when I would be doing the janitorial work, because being kid of a family of janitors, we had to my parents utilized just to help in the family business, and I absolutely just hated it. And so I would, as I was going along and cleaning the bathrooms and emptying the trashes of these buildings, I would decide I didn't want to be a janitor for the rest of my life, so I would practice ventriloquism. And the way I did it was I would listen to the radio, and I would practice singing along with the radio without moving my lips. So I didn't realize it, but as a youngster, I was developing two talents at once. I was developing the talent to do impressions and singing and do ventriloquism at the same time. I was just trying to keep myself from being bored while I was doing janitorial work.
Anything other than focusing on scrubbing that toilet.
Exactly.
What do you think of Jeff Dunham? Obviously another very successful ventriloquist guy. Do you have respect for him? Do you guys have a feud, or what's the deal with you two?
Well, we have a very, at least I hope it's good-natured. I haven't met him yet, but I know we have a good-natured rivalry, and we both kind of want to be the most successful, and that's always healthy, good competition. But I have as much respect as I possibly could. I watched his show last night. I'm rooting for him. He was on Comedy Central last night, and he's got a new television show, and I just wish him all the best, and I just think the world of him. I absolutely love his stuff. I've got all of his DVDs, and I watch him all the time.
That's cool. I mean, he is definitely very, very funny and very successful, but from a ventriloquist standpoint, like, is he a truly talented ventriloquist?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, he's one of the top in the world, in fact. So, and I think any ventriloquist would say that. So, he's created great characters because the most important thing you can do as a ventriloquist is create lovable, likable characters that people want to remember, and that is really a huge key. That is a huge key to doing this is making sure that you create great characters, and so he is one of the best in the world at that. So
that's awesome. Well, obviously, a lot going on. People can check you out at the Mirage when they're down in Vegas. Also, get your DVD, like you said, at Best Buy, Walmart's, Amazon.com, and auditions going on right now for America's Got Talent. Like you said, encouraging people even here in Montana to send in tapes, and if you're good enough or you got something special, they'll fly you down for an audition.
That's right.
And who knows, you could be the next Terry Fator.
Yeah, you could be. And I want to try to call you guys back because I've got a Christmas song that I wrote called Christmas in Las Vegas. And it's you guys may even have a copy of it now. We tried to send it to all the radio stations I was going to be doing this morning. And so we'll try to call you back during Christmas season and work on it.
Excellent. Sounds great. We'll love to talk to you again, Terry. Very talented guy, very fun guy, and very humble as well. So it's been great talking to you, Terry. Best of luck.
Thank you so very much.
Thanks for calling. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.